Hey, welcome back. Last half hour of the Artie Lange Show. We're sitting here with a guy who's, I was saying, he's got a lot of fans, man. I got a lot of calls, Twitters, tweets about this guy. They're so happy to see him. From the WWE, please welcome wrestler Sean X-Pac Waltman. Now, is X-Pac or Pac?
Pac.
So like Tupac.
More or less.
Spelled
yeah.
the same, but you go with Pac.
Right. There's a story behind it. But,
Okay, what is it?
Well, Hogan would call me Pac,
Hulk
like as
Hogan.
in six-pack, like
Right.
a six-pack of beer.
Yeah.
And then all my friends from the urban areas changed it to
Get
Pac.
into the Tupac.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well, you were the 1, 2, 3 kid, and then six, and then six-pack.
six-pack and then Pac. Yeah.
That's good. I love nicknames that are a combination, like derivative. Like I have a buddy, my friend I grew up with, Danny Rubinetti. He went from Rube to Ruby to Ruby Tuesday to Tuesday.
Right.
So now we call him Tuesday, and that's literally how it evolved.
Right.
How long you been a wrestler for, man?
26 years.
Dude, you're a tough mother effer. What a business to be in for 26 years, man.
I love it though. I mean, I'm sure you love your job.
Yeah, right. You gotta love it to be in it that long.
And it is such a tough business.
Yeah.
Like lifestyle wise. I mean,
Sure. Travel
and just like the mortality rate is
Right.
just ridiculous.
Well,
Right.
well, speaking of which, now we got to talk about this recent injury. Horrifying.
Oh yeah.
Now, so explain what happened to you, man.
I
mean, realize we are on, unfortunately,
Yes.
regular radio.
Yeah,
but so just try to be clean with it.
I'm mindful of the situation.
But go ahead, try, because we feel for you.
I have this signature move that I do, and it's where a guy's in the corner, laying down in the corner, and basically I run across the ring.
Yeah.
And I jump and I put my testicles in the guy's face. I land on him, and then on top of that, I'll add a bunch of
So it's the
thrusts
ultimate
to it.
humiliating.
Basically,
Right,
yes.
right.
Yeah, but like if I want to stop myself and have a guy get some heat on me, which is when a guy starts kicking my ass,
Right.
I tell him to move.
Okay.
So, but the turnbuckle was exposed, and so I came in, instead of 45 degrees, I came in more horizontally.
Wow.
And I ripped it. I tore my ass.
So you went right on the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
And basically gave yourself a new rectum.
ass.
Yeah, a new way.
Oh, yeah. And
Wow. No.
and like I had an injury that was similar, but not nearly as bad.
I hope not.
But it's still, the first one required 13 stitches.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, and Cal had bought me diapers that I still have, so I was able to use them.
So even sitting now, I can notice you're a little like.
Yeah, I'm favoring on the right side.
Right.
And I partially separated my sciatic nerve.
It's
too.
like interviewing. It's like interviewing Liberace. What does that feel like? What does that feel like?
Wow. There's probably a lot of men out there or women that have experienced things.
Yeah, childbirth, right?
Yeah, episiotomies.
Yeah, but even childbirth is like.
It's nothing.
Yeah, because
compared to that.
childbirth is natural.
It's the worst thing I've ever gone through. It's the worst thing I've ever gone through.
I would assume. Yeah.
That's saying a lot, because you guys take a huge.
Yeah.
I mean, every night.
I've broken my neck
getting
twice.
beaten
I've been
down.
paralyzed.
Oh, wow.
When you say you've been paralyzed, what do you mean? You like from where?
I couldn't move at all for about 30
From
seconds.
your neck down?
Yeah.
How scary is that? That's a rough 30
That's
seconds.
a long-ass
man.
30 seconds, Artie.
So what happened? You went down on your neck or something? And your head?
Well, the first time I broke my neck, the guy didn't catch me as I was flipping outside the ring.
So you had a rehearsed move, kind of, and you flipped outside the ring,
Yeah,
and
and the
guy's
guy
supposed
bailed
to.
on me. Yeah.
He bailed on you.
Yeah, it was. I guess he didn't want to hit the rail. So.
So how mad do you get at that guy afterwards?
Well, I'm
It's
pretty forgiving guy.
Part of the business.
Yeah, and the second time I was wrestling a guy named Lex Luger, a big old musclehead.
Yeah.
And he shot me up so high in the air that I came down ass over tea kettle, landed on my head, and I knew my neck was broke, but I was trying to get a raise. So I kept wrestling. I had 2 more weeks I kept wrestling before I had to just say, hey, I gotta
You
stop.
wrestled for 2 weeks after that?
Yeah.
After you broke your neck?
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
and
but-
I want to explain to you guys. Let me explain to you Yankee fans. Right now, Derek Jeter isn't playing because his ankle doesn't feel loose.
Oh, God.
Okay? Derek Jeter's not in the game. He's not a Yankee right now because his ankle doesn't feel loose. When you hear that, After wrestling with a broken neck for 2 weeks, is he just the biggest wuss you ever heard?
More or less. Yeah, I mean, I think those
How
guys,
else could you put it?
I think they'd miss a game if they had a hangnail, for Christ's sake.
That's what I mean, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. So now, breaking your neck, paralyzed, neck down 30 seconds, nothing compares to the anus thing, right? Nothing.
No, except for the battles that I've struggled with, with chemicals and alcohol.
Dude, I've been there, man.
No, yeah.
Now, you still doing that? You still?
No,
But how do you get away now? Painkillers and stuff.
Unfortunately, I'm on a time release thing right now.
What are you gonna do? Yeah. Oxycodone, time release.
Yeah. And other than that, I take Suboxone therapy, which for me, it was a lifesaver.
You know what? A lot of people get all over Suboxone, and there are, if you're on it way too long, it could be a problem. But dude, same thing with me. It saved my life. Like in 2005, I had a commitment to make a movie that I was going to be the star of, on top of being on the Stern Show in the morning. Right. And if it wasn't for Suboxone, I would not have honored those commitments and been sued for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it saved my life too.
Yeah, it was a miracle thing.
But you can't be on the time release and Suboxone at the same time.
No, I had as soon as I tore my ass, I stopped.
You got rid of
taking the
Suboxone and you went on oxycodone. Now, how many milligrams oxycodone?
20 milligrams.
Okay, that's pretty heavy. Goes up to 80, right? Or
yeah, but
like
it's
that.
Time release. And
explain the time release.
That means that it takes, instead of it all hitting you at once, they have this, I don't know, they have a coating over it.
Yeah.
See, but now they got smart because people were just wiping the coating off.
Or just breaking it and snorting it.
Yeah, but now it goes all the way through the pill, so you can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Were you trying to do that? Were you trying to do that for a while?
No, I knew. and at this point, I've already decided that I had to change my life. And this has been over like almost 2 years now. So, and I quit smoking cigarettes too.
But you can't do all that to yourself
at
once.
I did.
So wait, so in the same time frame, you stop doing drugs, stop smoking, and tear a new anus.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a rough month.
Yeah, I had a little run-in with the law with the.
Why not throw that in there?
Yeah, well, when you're sick, you'll do what you got to do to get the opiates,
I get you, man. Dude, you're talking to the choir.
And so I walked into basically, almost a setup deal. Yeah, and so I'm on probation, so I get drug tested.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
What happened? You were trying to buy drugs?
Yeah, from somebody I knew.
Oh,
it wasn't like I was just going to... It was somebody I actually
knew. And they set you up.
I'm not going to say that, but I think that they were watching.
But you weren't dealing. You were just...
but Florida's stiff.
Oh, yeah, Florida.
I mean, that was a felony. But
I got arrested in Miami once. It was like bad,
Yeah. But, and also I lived down in Mexico for 4 years, and I got... they didn't have the pain pills down there like people think.
Right, but they have heroin, though.
Yeah, but I
don't want to do that.
Didn't know. I didn't. I wouldn't travel in those circles.
Yeah, you don't want to travel in those circles.
So I ended up drinking a lot of cheap vodka, and I got in a fight. I got in a fight with my I have this thing where women that like to hit me are attracted to me, and I was always proud to be able to say I never hit a woman, that I would die before I ever hit a woman.
Good for you.
Unfortunately,
you like women who hit you.
Kind of.
Sean, would it be safe to say that you like living life on the edge?
Sort of, yeah, it would be safe to say. So, but anyways, I get in another fight.
Yeah.
I'm getting crap beat out of me by her, and she's trying as hard as she can to get me to hit her, and I'm not
and she's
doing
probably,
it.
I assume you get hot chicks who aren't
she's gorgeous.
heavy set.
And she still might. Well, when I finish the story, you'll understand why.
Okay, go ahead.
She finally took a picture of my children and broke it over her knee.
Oh, man.
And that's when I let her have it. Boom. Knocked her across the room. And immediately overcome with guilt and shame.
Yeah. Well, she's messing with your children, though. I mean,
Regardless, it's a reason, but not an excuse.
No, it's never an excuse to do
So we had a rooftop garden in our apartment in Mexico City, and so I just happened to have a bottle of Valium, so I took about 40 of them.
It's a good thing to happen to have.
I washed it down with some Bacardi and then hung myself from the roof of my apartment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So me
I
and you
was
have a
dead.
lot. Me and you have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Wait, so you died? You were
Yeah, I
officially
was
dead?
coded. Yeah, and she it's like Superwoman. She got me
you?
unhung.
Yeah.
It took 45 minutes for the ambulance, if you want to call it an ambulance, to get there.
Right.
And she, thank God she knew CPR, and she kept me alive.
Now, did it sound flattering when she called and said, my boyfriend is hung? So she kept you alive. What a good woman.
She's awesome. She's still like one of my best friends.
Oh, okay, well, that's good. Well, listen, this is great stuff, man.